And I hope everybody is having that amazingly good morning, or based on wherever you are. I hope you are having an amazing evening, day, afternoon, whichever time zone you are in. Good morning, Maureen. You have an amazing last name, Maureen. It's just a great reminder. Every morning when I see Maureen Bright across my screen, whether it's real last name or not, it's just, it's just a good reflection. So here we are, starting another day. Letting our shoulders relax, letting our necks relax, and taking that brief again with the words, that breath, listening to the cards like they're the sounds of the waves. Taking that breath. What a way to start a day. All bright-tailed and bushy-eyed. So, what does the universe have for us today? What tips or tricks, or what angers or resentments should we look at before we get triggered today? Maybe we can center ourselves and things that would normally throw us off our game. Maybe if we're centered, if something pops up, we won't react. Maybe we can take that breath and that extra 5 minutes and surprise people by coming up with a productive way of handling something. So, Maureen Bright Bella Rose. Another beautiful, that is beautiful. Bella Rose. So, Miss Maureen, let's go to our camera here. And here we have our stack. We're going to create 3 different ones, each one a different thread going out to the universe. Each one of these is a different universe in itself, based on the fact that whichever thread we pull will be the conversation we take with us throughout the day. So this thought will be different than this thought or this thought. So today is Wednesday. Oh, yeah. Well, let's see what's right on the surface. Let's see maybe what could be right in front of us that we don't even see. Do our 3 in 1. Okay. Start right off with the Ace of Swords, new thoughts, new ideas going forward. So what do we want to do with this? Well, new thoughts can lead to many different things. But here we have the Fool, and the Fool can go different ways based on different situations. So the Fool is what? Being carefree, not worrying about the thought. Just something pops into our head, and we just walk with it. And we just go with whatever that is, not even noticing that we might be walking off a cliff. And not seeing the obvious. Just like we talked about, why I picked the 3rd deck, because sometimes there's things that are right in front of us. Good morning, Eleanor. So, we get a thought and we just walk with it and go. Instead of seeing what's right in front of us. And this could leave us stuck. There is something that needs to happen. But we are stuck on this one thought, and we're just whistling la 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 la. And because we're stuck on this one thought, there is no moving forward. So what is the advice card? a lack of will to move forward. So we have the Chariot. And what is the Chariot? The charioteer moves forward. He doesn't even need reins. When he decides to go someplace, and as you can see, here's a city that he's conquered. It is just through sheer will alone that the Sphinxes will get up and take him where he needs to go. Sheer will alone. If he says, I need to go left, right, or straight, they will take him. And what is it Eleanor saying? Hopefully technology is working good today. Yesterday, was it? Yes, it was. Today I'm using sheer will alone to make the internet work. So today is one of those things where we get that thought in our head and we don't shake it. We are just going to whistle our way through the day. This is what I'm focused on. But are we avoiding something? Death is about transition and moving forward. It's represented like this because it's not that it's necessarily a easy thing to do, but it's a necessary thing. You can't have spring without the destruction of winter. Trees can't grow without fall to help bring about the change, the seeds, and the growth. Today it's asking, what is it that we're stuck on? This idea, this thought. And what is it we're avoiding? The Chariot says we just plow through. We make the decision to plow through. We find it's not something that we're going to find outside of ourselves. This is something inside ourselves that says, we know this isn't right. We know this isn't the way. And yet, we blindly allow ourselves to be guided right off this cliff. So that we turn back later and we say, I knew that would happen. This is that situation where we just acknowledge before that. What do we say? I knew that would happen. So why didn't you do it? I just didn't have the willpower. I knew that would happen. I just didn't have the willpower. Well, now we don't have an excuse. And as Maureen just says in the cards, there's a great need to move forward, but it's painful to leave the path. Leap of faith, yeah. So today there is a need to move forward. Avoid that. I knew that would happen. And we need the self-will that says, I'm going to change the way I'm thinking. I'm not just going to walk off a cliff. And I'm going to accept that things have to change. And so we can turn that death card around. So the goal here is if we can turn the Chariot around so that we are in control. I mean, let's face it, the Chariot is the exact opposite of the Fool. The Fool is free will, just no concern. The Chariot, which is the advice, is saying, if this is the advice card, it's saying we need to have that full control. we need to move forward. Because again, death is not a negative thing. So, with that, what is it that we're doing that's holding ourselves back? And with that, again, I hope everybody has an amazing day. Actually, an amazing week, an amazing month, amazing year, all that other wonderful stuff. And I will be back here tomorrow at 7:15. So, thanks again and take care.